Shabbat Shalom. It's Rabbi David Barron with my Torah talk. Before I begin, I'm going to ask you to please stay with me all the way through the end of this segment and the next. The next will be a remembrance of the 7 wonderful individuals, the Israelis, who were killed by a horrific act of terrorism. We're going to light the memorial candle, take a moment of silence, and say Kaddish for them. So please stay all the way through today. And also, I'd like to mention we've got a couple of great events coming up in our Temple of the Arts home, the Saban Theater, in the Rotunda, the Joyce and Stanley Black Rotunda. We'll be holding an intimate Shabbat on February 10th at 8 p.m. It's free and open to everyone, so bring your friends. Come for an uplifting evening of prayer and music. Our cantor Alicia Pierce and Chazan Nathan Lamb will be with us, and our music director Sharon Farber. It'll be a wonderful evening, and I hope you can come and join us to celebrate Shabbat. Also, a little later in the month, on February 24th, we have a Shabbat dinner and service. This will be held at Brentwood Country Club at 6:30 p.m., and you must make a reservation, so call the temple office, 323-658-9100, or go to templeofthearts.org to make a reservation, and be with us for all of our events throughout the course of the next few months. We hope to see you in person. This week's Torah portion is the portion of Bishalach. It continues the story of the exodus of the children of Israel from Egypt. And this Shabbat is a special Shabbat. It's called Shabbat Shira, the Sabbath of the song. The song was the splitting of the Sea of Reeds, or the Red Sea. The children of Israel passed through. And that moment that we all recall from our Sunday school and Hebrew school lessons, that moment of deliverance is one that we celebrated with a song, with the words that included Mi Chamocha, who is like you, O Lord, among the mighty, who splendor and glory are yours. And so we recognize that that moment of deliverance was one of great exaltation and joy for the Jewish people. But it took the ability to banish uncertainty and doubt. God says to Moses, Ma titzak elai, why cry to me about the children of Israel? Go forward. And one man went into the water all the way up to his neck, even though he probably couldn't swim. Nachshon ben Aminadav. He led forward based on his hope and his faith in the future. And that is a powerful lesson about the true meaning of hope. Rabbi Mordechai Schiffman, who's a great Torah scholar and a brilliant psychologist as well, he said that hope can only be true hope which develops positive outcomes in people. In fact, there is a correlation between having high levels of hope and positive outcomes in your personal life and your professional life. But he said hope, this is the caveat, hope has to be based on action. You have to be prepared to take actions, to banish doubt and uncertainty, and to move forward in life. And that is true hope when it's connected to an action you take for a better outcome in your life. And that's what occurred in the Torah portion. Nachshon took those first steps to the water up to his neck, and then Moses lifted his arms, and the Sea of Reeds split, and the children of Israel went through into deliverance. All of us recognize that we'll confront those moments where we have doubt or unsureness or uncertainty. When we act upon faith and hope in a better future, and take the actions necessary, those first steps, the outcome can be a glorious one and can enrich our lives and give us greater fulfillment. I hope we take that message of Shabbat Shira to heart, and I wish each and every one of you a Shabbat Shalom, a Sabbath of peace. We all share the sadness of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael and Jerusalem at this horrific act of terrorism which took place as people left a synagogue from Shabbat prayers. And among those who were killed, Eli and Natalie Mizrahi, newlyweds, 14-year-old Asher Natan, 26-year-old Ilya Sosansky, 50-year-old Raphael ben Eliyahu. And Raphael ben Eliyahu was given the news right prior to coming to synagogue that his son and his wife had just given birth to a baby, a grandson, who was born in California. And his son Kobe said at the funeral, "Dad, you were supposed to come to California for the bris. Instead, I'm here burying you." Also, we remember 60-year-old Irina Korolova, and 68-year-old Shaul Hai. May their memories be an eternal blessing and light on the path of their loved ones and all of us as we rally together to oppose acts of terrorism. You know, one of the worshipers said, we went from Kiddush, blessing the wine, to Kaddish, to saying the mourner's prayer for the dead. And that is a horrible transition, but we know that we will go back again to say Kiddush, that is the cycle of life. And these acts of horrific terrorism are unacceptable. That is what is at the heart of the inability to secure peace. Acts of brutality and murder. That's something we all must condemn, as many world leaders did so, including our president. So right now, please join me as we remember them with a moment of silence and the words of the Kaddish prayer, which links our generations together. May their memories be an eternal blessing. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divra chirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol bet Yisrael, ba'agala, uv'izman koriv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam ulalmei almaya. And repeating with me, magnified and sanctified be God's great name throughout this world which God governs according to his will. May God's kingdom be established in our lifetime and in the life of the house of Israel. And let us say, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yahaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May God, who creates peace in the heavens above, grant peace and comfort to all mourners, to all Israel, to all mankind, as we say, Amen.